Students, so now we are going to start a mock interview for our student Vaibhav Avasthi, and this mock is for NITIE Bombay.
Yes.
So Vaibhav, first of all, you tell us about yourself.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Vaibhav Avasthi, born and brought up in Barabanki, Uttar Pradesh. I did my schooling from Barabanki itself. Currently, I am pursuing Bachelor's of Technology in Agricultural Engineering from Chandrasekhar Azad University of Agriculture and Technology, Kanpur. During my undergraduation, I did 2 1-month training. I also did 4-month industrial internship from Bharti Agro Industries Private Limited, where I learned the manufacturing and supply chain of various edible oils like mustard oil, rice bran oil. Apart from it, my final year project is design, fabrication, and performance evaluation of tractor-drawn potato digger harvester. Coming to my extracurricular, I am one of the member of Students Engineering Society at my institute at a position of secretary, at which we have organized several workshops and events. I have also provided tuitions to 11th and 12th students for 1.5 years along with my studies. During these activities, I learned the skills like time management, leadership, planning, and I found that the essence of these skills is very important in a personality. My hobby is listening music and talking to my peer groups from different sectors. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so why did you choose this agriculture engineering branch during your B.Tech instead of choosing any common computer science or electronics, such branches?
Sir, when I did my intermediate, I searched various branches that in which I can apply, and I found that agriculture sector, as I come from agriculture, is also one of the best branch in which so many development is still going on. So I thought that I can do far more better in this particular branch, as well as when I search that, then I find that agriculture contributes 18 to 20% in Indian GDP, and it is a currently it is a time that agriculture and technology is combining together, and a good business can be made, keeping all this sector that it is a booming sector and I can do good in this particular sector. I decided that I will prefer this my undergraduation in agriculture engineering.
Okay, so now after your graduation in agriculture sector, what are the job options?
Sir, job options are some people prepare for AFO bank options, and then some of them are prepared for higher studies. There is no such any PSUs in which we can apply, but they are very limited sectors. Yes, sir.
Okay,
and
so
yes,
should people go involve themselves in farming after getting education in agriculture engineering? Will that be more beneficial, more productive?
Sir, can you please repeat the first
suppose students complete their graduation in agriculture engineering.
Yes, sir.
And they then involve themselves in actual farming activities.
Yes, sir.
Just like a farmer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So will the productivity of the nation increase
in
agriculture sector?
Yes, sir, definitely. But after undergraduation, it means he is an educated farmer. Then he should use the various tools and technologies, not conventional methods, but new technologies in farming. That is the main difference between a simple farmer and an educated farmer. As I am, if I want to do farming, then I will definitely implement all the new automations, technologies in agriculture, and it will definitely enhance our productivity. So yes, sir, it will definitely increase.
So do you have any such plan of going to your village and then stay there and then perform some use of some new technology in agriculture and then make yourself a good businessman as well as farmer?
Sir, in my long term, currently as of now, because I have not much skills and I have not the knowledge of all the sectors, I have knowledge of only agriculture sector. As of now, I think our business plan after 5 to 10 years, as we know that in India, regular automation is taking place in agriculture. So I want to make a platform where small scale farmers and marginal farmers can access these tools and technologies and their assistantship from that platform. This is the overall business plan I have thought in my mind as of now, but I would not restrict myself with only this idea. That is why I want to learn. I want to make my.
Okay. So
Yes,
what
sir.
are the different seasons for agriculture in India?
Yes, sir. There are seasons. Mainly three seasons are there: Rabi season, Rabi crops, Kharif crops, and Zaid crops, sir.
And give me example of three crops in each season.
Yes, sir. Sir, Zaid crop. The one example of Zaid crop is watermelon, and Kharif crop is rice, and Rabi crop, sir, is mustard and wheat.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in India, you are from UP, Uttar Pradesh, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So which is the main crop in Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, Uttar Pradesh, the main crop in Uttar Pradesh is wheat and rice.
Wheat and rice,
Yes, sir.
not sugarcane.
It is also sugarcane, but mainly in our sector, in our where we live, mainly we only cultivate rice and wheat.
Okay, so tell me some varieties of rice. What are different types of varieties of rice?
Yes, sir. Uh, sir, one is Sabarmati, and sir, as of now, sir, I don't know because I am not involved in agriculture from past 5 to 6 years. When I was in,
You
yes,
are
sir.
doing graduation in agriculture engineering and you
Sir,
do not know
Sir,
varieties of rice.
no, sir. That is the syllabus of BSc Agriculture, not agricultural engineering. In agricultural engineering, we mainly learn soil water conservation, irrigation, food processing. These type of things we learn in agricultural engineering, and seeds, plants related concepts is taught in BSc, sir. That is why.
But still, if you are B.Tech in
Yes, sir.
engineering, agriculture engineering, and you go to your hometown, your village, and
Yes, sir.
suppose some people, you will say proudly that I am doing engineering in agriculture, okay,
Yes,
and
sir.
someone asks you tell varieties of rice, then how will you react?
Sir, yeah, sir, I will tell them that whatever the variety you are using, I can tell you the method, what the method you should apply during harvesting, during cultivation, during irrigation, so that you can improve your productivity. I will definitely tell them how to do the post harvest management of your crop, when to harvest your
Okay.
crop.
So
Yes,
now
sir.
tell me, why do you want to join NITIE Mumbai?
Yes, sir. There are a couple of reasons, sir. As we all know that NITIE is the good blend of management as well as industrial engineering. And when I was doing my industrial internship at Bharatiya Agro Industries Private Limited, I found that engineering functions as well as management functions are equally important to run an organization in a profit, in very efficiently and in a profit margin. And then I made my mind that I will definitely acquire these skills, and keeping all these dynamic requirement of today's industries in mind, I found that NITIE will be the best place to learn and train myself. And also when I gone through its website, I found that the course curriculum of NITIE is very relevant, and it will definitely empower me with the skills to tackle all the business problems. Yes, sir.
So
Sir,
do you
these are
remember
some.
that syllabus?
Yes, sir. Some of them, sir.
Okay. So agriculture engineering and then this course at NITIE Mumbai. After
Yes, sir.
completing this, what will be your priority to start some startup in agriculture sector, or just to get a job?
Sir, as my short-term goal, I make my mind to learn from my peer group, from my seniors, my professors, and then to get a job so that I can learn more about the industries, how industries works, what are the main problems and how to solve those problems. After that, in my long term, I have kept one thing in my mind, that I will definitely switch my career as an entrepreneur. Sir, yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell us about your likes and dislikes.
Sir, in what sense? Like, dislikes, or subject?
What things you like to do in daily routine and what things you do not like to do in daily routine?
Sir, in daily routine, I don't like to waste my time much, because time management is one of the most important things for any person, and I like to manage my whole of the time in work and different things, not just lying down in the bed and using my mobile. That is one thing I like my most. And
Okay.
yes, sir.
And
The one thing which I don't like, and the one thing which I like, that talking to my family and friends, one thing is I like the most.
so is not that waste of time?
No, sir. Talking to the friends in a very idle gossips is a wastage of time. But as I mentioned, that I talk to my peer group from different sectors, such as computer science, ECE. Then they told what is going on their sectors, what are their topics. So it will definitely enhance my skills, as well as yes, sir, enhance my knowledge from different sectors, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Saklani sir, you can continue now.
Yes, Vaibhav. So
Yes,
your this mock is for NITIE.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. PGDIE, sir.
NITIE, right? Okay, so PGDIE, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Vaibhav, why you are from which background?
Sir, I am from agricultural engineering background.
Okay, you are from agricultural engineering background.
Yes, sir.
So Vaibhav, why NITIE? And that too after completing your this graduation in agriculture.
Sir, during my agriculture engineering, during my graduation, I
But
learned
if you are
very.
talking about industrial engineering course.
Okay. Sir, why I want to join NITIE after agriculture? That is your question.
Right.
Yes, sir. There are some couple of reasons. When I was doing my internship, I saw that how an industry works, and I found that engineering functions as well as management functions are equally important to run organization in a good manner. And that time I made my mind that I will definitely acquire all these skills, and keeping these dynamic requirement in my mind, I decided to do such a course in which I can learn some more managerial skills, as well as their their blend. Then some of my seniors suggested me that NITIE will be the best place, and I also gone its website and searched in different forums, and then I decided that I will definitely apply for it. Will apply for it.
So you're working somewhere? Have you worked somewhere or are you working somewhere?
No, sir. I am in my final year. I am final year student.
You're in final year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so Vaibhav, what is if I ask you? Okay, since you are very much interested in industrial engineering course.
Yes, sir.
So if I ask you, what is industrial engineering?
Yes, sir. Sir, industrial engineering is a branch that comprises of several activities like production, process and planning, facilities design, quality control, and making process optimize and increasing efficiency. It basically concerns with the optimization of all the resources that we have, limited resources that we have, and it also increases the profitability by reducing the wastage of time, money, labor, equipments, etc. Yes, sir. That is the all rough idea about industrial engineering, sir.
Okay. So let's say if I ask you, okay, in industrial engineering, which segment, which portion or which areas you like the most?
Sir, as I didn't studied everything about industrial engineering, I have basic idea. So I don't want to restrict myself with a particular sector. I just want to learn basics of every sector. Then I will decide that in which sector I want to make my profile. If currently, as my limited knowledge, if I want to tell that supply chain, I think. Supply chain management is the one sector that I will work on, sir. But I will not restrict myself with only one sector.
So if I ask you to let us know the supply chain in agriculture sector,
Yes, sir.
so what it would be?
Sir, I can give you example of one sector that comes in agriculture and its supply chain. So that is, as we all know, that the dairy industry contributes about 5% in Indian GDP, and it is the one of the most complex supply chain of every sector. So because we use dairy products every day, and its shelf life is very less. So what happens is that farmers or villagers pours the milk of cow and buffalo into the village cooperative society, also known as collection center. And from that collection centers, the milk is filled in cans and transported to bulk milk chilling plant. In bulk milk chilling plant, the temperature is less than 4 degrees centigrade in order to reduce the growth of microorganisms. And
Okay, so let's say if we're talking about this supply chain in dairy sector, right?
Yes, sir.
So we have some of very good example, right?
Yes, sir.
Of this supply chain, particularly like you're having the Amul and all that, those
Yes,
brands.
sir. Yes, sir.
So why we could not extend this as of to the other parts of the country? It's very limited to a certain domain only. What is the reason why we could not extend it to the other areas?
Sir, we should learn from them, and we should apply. See, India is a very big consumer market, and for a single organization to cover overall market is very tough. So it is the need of the hour that more players should become and apply their models in different parts of the country too.
No. My question is, why we could not extend it? It has been so many years,
Yes, sir.
So many
Sir,
years.
Sir, because the dairy is an industry whose shelf life is very less, about 1 to 3 days. If we kept it in a refrigerator, so I think, sir, it is not extendable.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you heard the term called as inventory?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is the inventory? What is inventory in this agriculture sector?
Sir, in agriculture sector, inventory is the raw material. If we talk about any crop, that is the raw material is the inventory. Then then that part of raw material which is in manufacturing process is another thing, and then the finished product as a wheat and biscuits, as Britannia uses wheat, that is also a crop. So finished product is also, all these things are inventory for agriculture companies.
So what is the problem that we are facing with the agricultural inventory as of now?
So there are some of the problems such as lack of infrastructure. Second things that in India, there are so many of small scale and marginal farmers. So the procurement of raw material and their storage is also one of the biggest problem that we are facing right now. So, and another thing that is lack of technologies in that are using in processing. So we cannot enhance the shelf life, and we have to sell our material in very short duration of time. We cannot store it for a long duration time because of lack of modern processing technologies. These are the basics, main, I think, problems.
Okay, so have you heard about the 80-20 rule in inventory?
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, 80-20 rule, sir, according to the value in this rule, sir, I can guess in this rule we divide our inventory according to their value. at 20% of the inventory has the high value, is the inventory which has the maximum value for a company. So we have to take care of that 20% of inventory very frequently and very in a very good manner. While the 80% of the inventory for a company is not producing that much of value, so we can put it in less care and yes sir. So these are the 80-20 rules, sir.
Okay. I think now we can give you the feedback.
Yes,
Now, thank you, sir. You can go ahead. Okay, let me just go ahead first. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So see this part. Okay, I think you need to have understanding of industrial engineering and related domain.
Yes, sir.
So I think you have little fair idea. Okay, so that
Yes,
means
sir.
what is industrial engineering and what are the areas? At least identify the different areas in industrial engineering that you are going to study.
Yes, sir.
Or maybe it may have the application, for example, project management and etc. That is also the part of industrial engineering.
Yes, sir.
Right? And more appropriately, because he may be focusing more on the agriculture side in terms of your inventory and all those related things.
Yes,
For example, you gave an example of dairy industry. Why to choose a dairy industry? Only you could have given the PDS, public distribution system also, where you are
Yes.
procuring a lot of grains and then you are storing and then later on you are supplying it to the different parts of the country. It's a very
Yes, sir.
complex, you can say. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so, and when you mention that, now see, he's going to ask you about the problem that this particular supply chain is facing, or what are the problems
Yes, sir.
over there, and what is the solution? What do you think that what could be the possible solution? So I think focus on those areas. They will not be only interested in knowing that, okay,
सर ये बोल सकते हैं कि ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का भी प्रॉब्लम है क्योंकि कुछ सेक्टर
आइडेंटिफाई करो पूरी एरियाज, हर एक एरिया में चैलेंज रहेगी आपको सप्लाई चेन में,
ठीक सर.
राइट. एग्जांपल पब्लिक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम में, जैसे मैंने आपको कहा था कि एग्रीकल्चर में इन्वेंट्री क्या है, तो आपने बोला क्रॉप इज द इन्वेंट्री एंड देन यू डायरेक्टेड इट टुवर्ड्स द इंडस्ट्री. You could have given a simple supply chain where you could have said that, for example, in PDS system, we are procuring, government is procuring a lot of grains, and first it comes to mandis and there it lies over there. And when there is a rainfall, we don't have even the proper sheds.
Yes,
there are a lot
sir,
of where we don't have even the proper sheds.
Yes, sir.
Proper platforms are not prepared. For example, what you are doing is they are purchasing it directly, and then you are not only purchasing is the second part. First, the farmers who are coming out with those grains, and they are putting it on that particular area, right?
Yes, sir. There is no, there is. Yes, sir. There is lack of closed transportation and closed storage, sir. I think.
Storage. Not only, even if it is an open storage,
yes,
it has to be well built, right? It is not that open area you just bring and throw it over here. The next day there is a rain, everything spoils. So it's a great loss to the farmers. So you have to mention those areas with example.
Yes, sir.
For example, if this is one of the, you will say that this is one of the example where farmers are bringing their that grains to the mandi to sell their product, but because it takes time and that remains over there for a prolonged period of time, we don't have sufficient infrastructure, the proper infrastructure, even if to keep that particular grains in proper way. We are putting it on the floor, and when the rainfall takes place, obviously that spoils everything.
Yes, sir.
There we need to work on. Government need to focus on that area. Then the secondary part is, once it is procured, it is lying on with that particular godowns or government godowns, whether we are monitoring them properly or not. We have heard the news of that, lot of wastage also takes place over there. Then transportation, during transportation also. So I think in the whole, so you need to highlight the different areas of that supply chain.
Yes,
and you will say that, okay, we need to intervene in every state. So not only government has to play a bigger role, private sector can also come out with the some kind of innovative solutions to handle these kind of problems.
Yes, sir.
Right? That is how. So, okay, you are telling the things, that is okay. But I think it would be better that if you take the example, then explain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dairy industry also, like you had the challenge. So dairy industry, again, my question was something different, whereas you were answering something different. My question was why we could not extend to other areas.
Yes.
So you need to develop a very good supply chain for the dairy industry.
Yes, sir.
Right? You need to have a cold storage also, collection points also. So not only like we need to have a transport system, but roads also, road connectivity has to be very good, and the nearby area has to be connected well. So that whole supply chain need to be created. So it could be created in other areas also, but I think we need to focus more on these areas now. I think there have been miss in between, or maybe some kind of complacency you can say in between. But I think we need to focus in that area also, in other areas, right? That way you have done. And 80-20 rule, okay. So I think just go through this. I think you have explained it in a proper way, but I think you can make it a little better by putting examples. Don't elaborate too much. Be specific.
सर जैसे मैंने बोला था कि लैक ऑफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, तो मेरा यही कहने का मतलब था।
ठीक था वो, ठीक है, बट सी पॉइंट ये है कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जब हम बोल देते हैं तो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बहुत सारी चीजें आ जाती है।
यस सर वो
अगर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बोल रहे हो तो उसमें ऐड कर दो, फॉर एग्जांपल ट्रांसपोर्टेशन से लेके यू आर हैविंग द पॉइंट्स वेयर वी आर रिसीविंग दैट, तो पूरा सारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का पार्ट हो गया ना, तो मेंशन करो।
यस
ठीक है,
ओके सर।
So just rest I think is fine. Just इसके ऊपर
सर नेक्स्ट इज सर कम्युनिकेशन। सर
कम्युनिकेशन ठीक है, you are able to communicate well.
सर ओके सर। सर यस सर एज जैसे सर मेरा गेट स्कोर 997 है और जीपीए भी अभी सही है, तो सर ठीक, मतलब मैं ठीक ट्रैक पे चल रहा हूँ ना सर अभी? थोड़ा सा और जो आपने बोला उसको क्या नाम है इम्प्लीमेंट
ठीक है, मतलब ठीक है, आई डोंट फाइंड एनी इशू, बिग इशू।
प्रिंट आउट निकाल लियो।
ठीक है,
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
ओके, नाउ ओवर टू Taggy sir, you can proceed ahead now.
वैभव,
यस सर।
एक तो एग्रीकल्चर इंजीनियर हो, गांव में जब जाते हो तो गांव का कोई भी पूछ सकता है आपसे। गांव के लोग तो इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर से बोलते हैं कि यार जरा हमारा पंखा ठीक करते।
यस सर,
ठीक है, तो एटलीस्ट आपको ये सब चीजें पता होनी चाहिए ना।
यस सर
आप वहाँ मना नहीं कर सकते ये कि बीएससी वाले पढ़ते, मैं नहीं पढ़ता।
यस सर मैं भी कर लूंगा, मतलब
एटलीस्ट दो आपने 2 क्रॉप्स के बारे में बताया कि यूपी जो है उसमें वीट और राइस सबसे ज्यादा होता है। ठीक है, तो उन दोनों का तो आइडिया होना चाहिए ना, वैरायटीज का थोड़ा सा।
नहीं सर, बिल्कुल सर, अभी सर उसको मैं देख लूंगा, सब कवर कर लूंगा सर।
और उसके अलावा फिर अपना बाकी तुम्हारा प्रेजेंटेशन तो ठीक है
सर, इंट्रो पार्ट
बहुत लंबा भी नहीं बोलना है ज्यादा, किसी टॉपिक पे
ठीक
शॉर्ट में बोलना है।
ओके सर।
कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल भी ठीक है, तो कर लोगे अच्छे तरीके से मैनेज।
ओके सर।
अब थोड़ा सा बस क्या करो, एक तो ये एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर पे भी फोकस करना है तुम्हें।
हाँ सर।
और एग्रीकल्चर का जो सप्लाई चेन है ना, उस पे फोकस करो थोड़ा सा।
ओके सर।
ठीक है, और इसमें ये जो अपना मंडी सिस्टम है, प्रेजेंट में क्या है, जो बिल्स आए थे फॉर्म बिल्स, उसके ऊपर कोई क्वेश्चन बना सकते हैं वो।
ओके सर,
कि भाई वो सही थे कि गलत थे, क्या थे, मतलब उसमें आपका टेक क्या है, उससे क्या फायदा होता है इकोनॉमी को, समझे?
यस सर।
जॉब्स को, जो भी चीजें हैं, मतलब इन सब चीजों पे आपको वो पूछ सकते हैं क्वेश्चन।
बिल्कुल सर।
तो इनको सबको प्रिपेयर करो।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
ओके, ऑल द बेस्ट।